gets to leave first. Heads on down, and he gets that win light to the left lane.
Like I say, we are going to knock this over. We are on track at 4:30. Just let them, we're going to re-prep the track again. So I hope that doesn't muck around with anybody's numbers. And we're also going to putting the numbers on the side of your cars. So guys, like I say, to start with, and we'll let you know, it'll be for the first probably 2 rounds. Well, at least 2 rounds. We are just going to knock you off. So if you lose in the first round or second round, you're out. There is no buybacks. Once we get down to a reasonable amount of numbers, 20-odd cars, let's just say something that's not going to take all night. We'll let you know. Come on out. We'll draw balls like we normally do, and then issue pegs for your buyback in. All right. To buy back in, should you make it that far, it is $20. I hope everybody bought a $20 note. I don't run FPOS while I'm doing this. If you haven't, scratch around with some mates in the next 10 minutes while we're waiting for the track to get ready. All right. So you will need a $20 note to buy back in. That money goes into the bucket, goes to second place. Winner takes home $3,000.
So, Leo, you ready for the DYO range shootout, mate?
I plan to be literally on fire.
should we get the extinguisher out?
Davo, you can get whatever you want, mate. Put me out, baby. Put me out.
Mate, how's the weekend gone for you so far? You've raised over $2,000 for mental health awareness for living.
That's right, and awesome event as always. Thank Mick, all his crew, and the people here are awesome as they always are every year. And yeah, the fundraiser's been it's exceeded all expectations. So a success, massive success. And once again, thanks again, Overtaking Lane, all live feeds and the awesome footage. What an awesome weekend. Weather turned it on. Can't ask more than that.
Well, still plenty of racing tonight and tomorrow. So, mate, you better get your cigarette lighter out or your packet of redhead matches. Get down there, have a look at the fuel tank, mate. Make sure there's some gas in there.
Yeah, we'll look at the fuel levels and we'll make sure we've got the redhead matches close by. You just have the 4 extinguisher close by. Thanks, guys.
As you'll see if you're watching on the live stream, there is a lot of cars in those staging lanes. It is very full. A lot of people want to have a go at getting this money. At the same time, there will also be a buy-in race that will go, not straight away, we'll get through the rounds of the DYO, but there is a buy-in race as well. Heads up racing. We'll announce that when that comes through. But there is some heads-up racing and the buy-in of $200. Winner takes all. A couple of the big boys wanting to play in that one. But the DYO is for anyone. You can see the guy in these couple of cars are ready to go. As we know, Dave Reed will take 5 photos of every car, not miss any. Is that right? No.
It's happen, eh? We'll lose the good sunlight, but hey.
It is, yeah, what do they call it? It's like the golden hour, that's it.
You know, it's the best track for it. It's literally the best track in the country for the sun.
What about when it gets that, it gets that purple sky here too at the end, doesn't it?
You know, it's spectacular. It's one of the best tracks.
Don't always have someone come down and shove the microphone in your face, though, do you?
Not a chance.
And I know you hate it.
Guaranteed it.
The work that these guys put in, not only are they here taking photos, here's where you go, dragphotos.com. Not only are they here taking photos, as they always are, they're also getting out to the other events, been down the road to Power Play, working down there. Massive couple of weekends out here with winter nats and the winter warm-ups. So many photos. So you just wouldn't know how many photos come out of one of these weekends. I suppose there's 40,000 last week. That is insane. Now, all those photos are photos.com.au. Don't forget that .au. Thanks, mate. Get on there. Check it out. Buy a photo of your car to help out and support what these guys do. Come out to the track and put all the effort in and all this work They don't do it for fun. Well, they do, but they also need to fund the quality that you get from the cameras and all the gear. There's tens of thousands of dollars worth of camera gear that these guys bring out the track with multiple people taking photos. So, even if you pop on and just grab yourself a photo for $5, or grab yourself a package or a framed picture, whatever you want, you're going to get some of the best shots, and it's the place to go. So you won't get better. Don't, appreciate the stuff that's always put up for free. There is always free photos. Appreciate that, but if you really want to show your support, just jump on and spend a couple of bucks to just show the guys that you do appreciate what they do. So I know I got myself a few pictures from, I think it was from the last road trip actually. I got myself a few pictures of the Ute and a few pictures of the skyline for Tyler, and I'd say we'll have to do that again this weekend. We'll get a few of those because Sally's been running the Ute, Paige has been running in the skyline, and I reckon they'll want a few pictures. So you can get on and actually get yourself a package for every photo from the weekend. Basically, there's an option there for that. So you'll be surprised how many are there of your car. So go and check it out. Right, here we go. Mick will pair the cars up as you come through. Ready for the action on the live stream. These cars, you'll see those dial-in times will be on the boards, hopefully. And we'll see how close they do run to them. We'll see who goes through for that win. They got to get that win light to keep going. It is handicap racing with a dial your own time. We've got the wagon here in the left lane, the HK wagon, a Scotty Cortina's driven by Kevy. Knows this track well. The 1-tonner, number plate off chop in that right lane. He's dialed in. Looks like a 680 and in the right lane, and dialed in for a 767 in the left. Pretty bloody precise there from Kevy. Kevy gets to leave first, heads on down, and he gets that win light to the left lane. Next pairing through. Dial in the right on a 724, the left on an 80, an 8 neat. Both double bulbed. Red light. Right lane's gone on the red. So left lane gets the win on that one. As that sun sets, it is quite easy to leave those lights a little too early. So I know because I've done it many a time. Red light when I get to this time of the evening, especially in the dial your own, you get a bit excited, there's a bit of pressure on that first round. We've got an 825 dial in the right lane on a 780 in the left, both on the green. Left lane for the win. We've got the Gemini in the left lane, and the VK in the right. Seven 6 against the 719. They both leave on the green. And the right lane on this one goes through for the win. Win light to the right. Dialed in on a 684 on the right lane. Gets a 7.65 on the right. The right lane will leave first. They both leave on the green. The Utes got to chase him down. And he's going to get there, and he goes through. The HT dialed in. The 660. We've got the XY over in the right lane. Dialed in on a 679. Very close race. They both virtually leave at the same time. In the right lane, the XY goes through for the win. Got a 790 for the Cortina in the left lane. We've got the hot rod pickup in the left lane, the speed flow lane, with a dial in of 692. Right lane leaves first, left lane, both on the green. Then Jason chase him down. Right lane gets the win. It's an early beer for Jason. Got the Statesman over in the left lane. Dialed in on 8.45. 8.0 for the Big Valiant. How do they go with these dial-ins? It's hard to pick your time. The Big Val goes through with an 8.1 on an 8.0. We see the left lane, we've got the Holden Ute with an 8.05 dial in. I think it's an 8.86 dial in for the Vito. The Ute chirps it into second. And the V-dub goes through on an 8.94. Gets the win light. Got the 28 model. Hot rod in the right with a 708 dial in. HZ over in the left with a 684. The hot rod will leave early. And that puts off the guy in the HZ who leaves on the red light. So the win goes to the right lane. Tirana with a 640 dial in. We've got an 11.15 from the F truck. He'll leave fairly early, so he's got to sit for a long time. He's got to chase. If you're in that F truck, you've got to look back and go, do I lift or do I keep in it? And he stays in it and he gets the win light. Got the XD Falcon on an 11.60 dial in. The wagon will line up on a 660, same scenario. He's going to have to sit and wait for a while. Here's that light. Is he ready? Both get the green. Can he chase him down? And the wagon does it. What a chase down. He'll go through to the next round. Right lane, dials in on a 730. Sorry, right lane on a 666, left lane on a 730. Commodore will chase him down. Oh, hasn't got the traction off the line. That won't help. And unfortunately knocks him out for this round. So won't go through. Sorry. The HG in the right-hand lane on a 7.05. Nicole Willett in the left on a 6.90. Pretty close takeoff together. Red light there in the right. Nicole gets the win. Nicole will take the win. She'll come back round in that ute. An 8.63 over here in the right-hand lane. Dial in on a 6.46. Shane in the Chevy Love. Shane will do the chase down. I did have Shane chase me down out at Warwick in the same competition. I could see him coming for me. Didn't know whether to lift or stay in it. I pushed in, broke out. That's what you got to watch for. You can't go too fast. You'll watch your dial in. And he's coming quick. Shane's going for him. And he'll get that win light. The LX Tirana over here in the right-hand lane with a 7.40. And Sally's dialed in on a 7.85. Whoa. She's only been running in the 8s today. Let's hope she made a good call there. I think she should have went on an 8.0. But maybe she's a bit quicker now as it cools down. It could be a good call. We'll find. How will she cut a light here? Wait for that LX to jump in. She got a good start. He's chasing down. She needs to stay in it. And too far off the dial in there. And she'll be going up to the hill for a drink. So right lane gets the win. Just didn't have the speed in it today, the ute. So left lane, got a 6.21 dial in. Right lane with a 9.80. Ford will leave the line first. As the VK chases it down. Leaves hard. It's looking good. Can he get there? He's there with a good pace. Beautiful looking 57. Over in the left on a 7.20 dial in. And a 7.30 dial in over in the right for the HQ. Be pretty close. We'll watch those lights go. I think the 57 got the jump, but the HQ looks good. 57 gets the win. We're at a 7.10 dial in time over in the right. As he's getting some real heat into these tyres for the LH. That might be biggest burnout contender right there. I think the idea is to smoke out the opponent. We're both double bulb in, ready to go. He's still not quite enough heat in those tyres as it gets a bit slippery. And unfortunately misses out on that run to the wind light going to the right-hand lane. On song. Commodore ready to go. Gary in the Commodore with a, looks like, haven't got a dial in yet. Can't see the dial in. A 7.85 dial in. 7.45 dial in on the left-hand lane. I think the left's going to get it. No, Gary's in for another go on the right-hand lane. That Commodore gets it. Maybe that left lane broke out. Just having a look at the photo there from that Tirana with that big skid. He certainly smoked it up. You can check out those photos later on dragphotos.com.au. The big Ford GT A 685 dial in, the V-dub. GTI on an 890. The GDI will get to go off the line first. The Falcon will have to chase him down. It's all about these mind games here at the line. And unfortunately, it can be a bit hard when you see that other car go to not hit that red light. That's another GDI through for the win. That's 2 GDIs that have gone through, win lights. You don't have to have the biggest, fastest car here, although they are a pretty quick car for what they are. 741 now for the dial in the right-hand lane with a 690 forward in the left. That left lane's got to contend with that sun as well. He hits limiter there, but still gets the win light. So win light to the forward, even with hitting limiter. The fire goes out. And the Holden over here on the right. Give her a pump. Oh no. The FE. The FE might go through. Hold it flat to the floor. Oh, yep. Woo! Clearance road. That's it. Now the pressure's on, so he's a bit nervy now because the car wouldn't start and he thought he was already out. He's thinking about going again. Whoa. No, it's not happy. She's pretty overfueled. All right. Pretty hard for him now up the line. He's gonna, those nerves, you know, adrenaline's pumping. But he's launched fine. And it looks like, yeah, the nerves have turned around the other way. The FE wasn't quite ready on the light. And he'll be happy to get that win light now. So well done. Got the Tirana on a 688 dial in. And 868 over in the right lane as he gets that diesel sooting. I think the Tirana's got him, and if he doesn't break out and he gets the win light. So we get another Tirana. This one running on a 655 dial in. The big Valiant. 440 big block on a 715 dial in. Left-hand lane goes first, but that Tirana is flying. Now he's got to slow down so he doesn't break out and he gets a win light. Big Ford wagon over in the right-hand lane on a 7.3 dial in. Mark Bifford in the HK on a 6.25 dial in. The 7.3A, the Ford will go first. Mark's going to have to chase him down. As he gets the HK up on the revs here, get it up on the trans brake, ready to go. The Ford's got a good lead. Can he get there before the end? Unfortunately, he can't. Another Gemini. Left-hand lane on a 7.95. Hold on. Door's not shut there. Sleeper Commodore. Right hand lane, 691. Sleeper chase down. The second difference in the start. And the Gemini will get the win light. Another Tirana out here putting some heat into those tyres. We've been watching him get that left-hand wheel up all day. He's on a 799 dial in. HK Ute over here on a 710 dial in. We'll see that Tirana lift that wheel first. Unfortunately, the HK's got no traction, so the Tirana's going to get that one. As long as he doesn't break out, smart moves to slow down. You can see they're behind you, and they're not going to get you. Back off. Don't break out. Armstrong Automotive in the VE. I think they'll leave the NOS off for this one with an 849 dial in. 775 chase down Kingswood. And the Armstrong Ute gets the win light. They get to have another go. We've got a 750 dial in now in the right lane from the LX Tirana. We've got the VK 85 Commodore, the turbo, 650 dial in. It's hard for these turbo cars. But he gets that win light. The big Statesman over in the right with an 895 dial in. We got the Commodore wagon with a 761. The Statesman will leave the line first. The wagon will have to chase him down. There he goes to the wagon. Looks like might get there. He backs off. So some good racing there in the wagon. He got in front. He knew he might break out. He gives those brakes a bit of a jab. Gets a win light. We got a 670 in the right-hand lane for the dial-in on a 795. As Terry chases him down into Commodore. But the win light goes to the speed flow lane, left lane. 701 dial in. Pretty precise for the XR6 Ute in the right lane. 790. With a big old truck. One pretty quick big old truck, and he gets a bit slippery, loses traction. I think that'll give the door open to the XR6, and he will take that win light. A 700 dial in for both lanes. We will go at the same time. Definitely an even race. They both believe they've got the same time. We will see at the end who was right. That right lane got the start. Can he come back in the left? Right lane gets the win. The start's what makes the difference. WB will have a 660 dial in on an 865 for the dual cab Hilux. What now, those plates? WB line, leaves the line pretty hard. But he can't catch the Hilux. 660. 660 dial in, right lane. Up against the 710 dial in for Leo Wanker in the left lane. Can Leo get there? Racing for the charity tonight for the whole weekend. Left lane, Leo comes back to fight another fire. See the Commodore on the right lane. A 642 dial in. Terry with a 701 dial in gets to go off the line first. Can he keep his lead? So far looks good. He's going to stay in it and he's going to get there. Terry will come back around in that Ford wagon for another run. So we see Tirana in the left-hand lane here. Now on a 710 dial in. 715, Andrew Long in the right lane. Stroke 308. He's got a pretty good start and he's going to come again. He's going to get that win light. 819 dial in for the big Ford, and the Capri over here from Beth. A 789 dial in. Now, her husband Terry just went through in the Ford wagon and got the win light. So can Beth do the same? Can they both have an opportunity to go again? We will see. She's going to have to chase him down on this run. Start looks pretty good. It's very even at the end, but the right-hand lane gets it. All up to Terry now for the Mansfield French family to get the money, but 670 now. Valiant wagon in the right-hand lane with a 670 dial in. And a 720 over here in the left of the LJ Tirana. Looks exceptional in this light as the sun goes down here at Willowbank Raceway. Road Trip Addictive Events Drag Challenge as we run the DYO knockouts thanks to Aussie Chlorinators. And that right-hand lane will go through and get the win with 102 mile per hour. And it looks like we might be on the last car for that round because he gets a bye run. Well, let's hope he doesn't get too excited and break out on his time. He's running a 725. 740, he's okay. Okay, here's our second round. Round two. Round two, we get to go again. 730, dial in. And the Holden. Both Holdens. VK Commodore Holden in the left-hand lane with a 719 dial in. Not much in it. Both leave well. Right lane's in front. Can he keep it there? And he does. He'll come back. We've got the 1115 for the truck. On the 80, dial in for the left-hand lane. A big chase down now. Big chase down. Stay in it, let off. What do I do? The truck comes through again. 11-second dial in, does it? Might be a good competitor for the ramp truck. Did you get your times for the F truck run, the ramp truck run? Make sure you keep those time slips handy. You might be a winner tonight. 886 in the right-hand lane, dial in from the V-dub. Both of these GDIs went through earlier. We've got a 655 dial in on the left. The unsafe Tirana. He's going to chase him down. Looks good as he leaves the line. But that GTI goes through again. VG Valiant on the 80, 780 on the forward, dial in, left lane, pretty close racing, but it goes to the left lane, Ford will come through again. That Valiant will pack it up for the night. Tirana on a 688 dial in the right-hand lane, and a 679 dial in the left-hand lane from the Ford. Now, my memory serves me correct, that XY Ford was one of the last 3 cars in last year's Dial Your Own Shootout, and he comes through for this round again, so I'm pretty sure he was well up there and shared in some of the money last year. Kevy Mortimer, left-hand lane on a 767 in the HK wagon. The 28 rolls up to the line with a 708 dial in. Kevy's going to leave early. He gets the jump. He'll take his time. Gets a good light. It's going to be a hard chase down. Kevy hits the brakes. He doesn't want to break out, so he slows down and gets the wind light in that left lane. We'll just shut the door here on the Ford. As the Gemini spools it up. He's on a 795 dial in. Forward comes to 690. 6.9 something. Unfortunately, that scoreboard is out, but he gets the win on that left lane, so I can't say exactly what he run. It was a 690 something on a 690 dial in. We've got the two utes up here now. 640 and an 865 dial in. But he's going to red light. Shane will take that one. Did he see the red light? I'm sure he saw that wind light early. He'll go through for 103 mile an hour pass anyway. We got the Mint Cortina on that 790 dial in. Gets to leave a second earlier than Nicole over here with the 690 dial in. And the no balls ute. Red light there, Cortina. That wind light will go to Nicole. She doesn't get too excited. Run through for a 690. Got the Armstrong ute back now on that 849 dial in with the NOS off. The 621 over here in the left lane from the Commodore. It gives a big bang, takes off, the chase down. The VE breaks early. The left lane gets the win. $7.99 dial in for the Tirana. Right hand lane, 720 dial in for the 57. Left wheel not as high as we've seen it today. As he goes down, and it looks like he was quick enough as the right hand lane gets the win. The 57 gets to go crack a can. 7 neat dial in from the right hand lane. 795 over in the left. Nearly a second difference between them. Both on green. And that right-hand lane gets the win again. See the big Ford leftovers with a 710 dial in. Turbo VK on a 650. They both get a green. Can that LS Turbo bring it home? Unfortunately not. The Ford will go through for the win in the right-hand lane. A couple of wagons. 660 in the right, 761 in the left. Second splits them. First stage. Both on second. No traction there in that right lane this time for him. That's going to hurt. And that left lane will get the win. We've got the GDI rolling round for another go on that 890. Can he stay consistent? As the LX Tirana has a 740, he's going to have to chase him down. Both the GDIs have done well so far. I'm sure they've been running fairly consistent times all day. But unfortunately, they won't get it this time. That GDI will pack it up. Terry's back round now on his 701. Dial in that right lane, the Valiant wagon. In the left-hand lane on a 670. This has been running very nice and quick, looking good all day. Terry got a pretty good line. But he's going home to 103 mile an hour, 6-7 pass in the left. We've got the HR on a 725 dial in. He did have the buy in the first round. Had no competitor. We've got the 684 in the right. The XF Ute. He's got a good line. He's well out in front. He didn't break out, so he gets to go again. Oh, same problems again. He did have this problem earlier. Burnout and then snuffed. Fire went out. Gary and the Commodore over in the left-hand lane on a 785 dial-in. He's going to have to wait. It wants to fire. Here it comes. Oh, nearly there. There's the smoke rings. Woo! Oh, no. You know what word he just said, right? Could you read what word he said then? Up there? I'm sure you could. The smoke rings aren't as impressive this time. Oh, yes, look at it. Look, the smoke rings are pretty magnificent. We'll clear the throat. If you're running in the $200 buy in Shootout, you need to get over into lane 2 right now. Jump over into lane 2 if you're in that Shootout, or pop over under Gasoline Alley undercover area. They are going to do the card draw. So we've got the buy-in race happening as well. Leo Wanker heads down the track in the right-hand lane. How's the run going to go? He's going to get the win light. Let's cheer on Leo. He might do this and he might get through and do it for charity, as he's raising money for living, mental health. So jump over there and donate. He's already fundraised over $2,000 this weekend. So well done, Steve Smith. 701 dial in now. In the right-hand lane. 819 over in the left. 2 green lights. Chases a race. But it's left-hand lane. Left-hand lane gets that win light. Now we're cutting down through them now. All right, they're going to run one more round of pairs through, and then they'll do draws for the lanes. Draws for the competitors, draws for the lanes after this round. So, one more. Mick's ready to pair him up, and he's pointing. Andrew Long, you're in the right-hand lane. Who are we sending through? It's the HTKG. If I say them all, I can't be wrong. A 730 dial in the right-hand lane. The one-tonner is on a 715, and he moves over. He's got a bit of a theory here. I can see him moving over into the right. He wants a bit more traction. He thinks off the groove is the place to be. So the tonner pushes it over out of the tracks. But he doesn't get traction there, but he does get the win if he realises that he was on a red light. And he will get the win when he runs a 7.3 on a 7.1 dial. Last of our GDIs, VW GDIs still in the running. As the lights get a bit blurry at the other end now, but it's an 886 that it was dialed in on. Right-hand lane, a 621 with a VK. Got a good chase, and he will get there. Right-hand lane. Another of our GDIs will finish up for tonight, but they've done extremely well. 740 dial in the right. Leftovers in the left with a 710. Not much in it. Playing mind games here. He's taking his time. He's in. Got a good light. Tirana's got his hazards on, and he's going to get the win. Was he flicking those lights intentional? Maybe he was playing some games. Shane, over in the left-hand lane, got a 646 dial in. Kevy with a 767 dial in. Just a solid running wagon, this HK. Scotty Cortina's HK runs pretty consistent. Loves these sort of events. Gets a good light. Jane's chasing him down. But he's not going to catch him. He's not going to catch him. Kev will come back round for another run. 2 Fords. Sorry, Ford and a Holden. I'm getting blind. I am struggling tonight. Specsavers, both on a 690. Nicole over in the Holden Commodore Ute. They get that same line. Not too much traction in the right. Just gives the brakes a tap at the end and goes through for a win line. 7-0, dial in, over in the left. 684 over here in the right. Shoot's scoring a couple of good runs so far. Going to back it up. Deep stage. Unfortunately a red light. And no breakout. Unfortunately a red light, no breakout over in the left, so no more chances for that one. After this round, they'll do the draw and there will be an option for a buyback. One extra life. How good's this your own action up there on the hill, guys? Are the beers cold up there? Is it going well? Give them a cheer. Couple more wagons, but unfortunately red lights. And no breakout, so the left lane will go through for a win. We've got the Effie. With that 11-second dial in, doing well so far. Just running his own race. Let's head down. Just got to stay consistent. The Falcon chases him down. He won't do it this time. He won't do it this time, unfortunately. That wind goes over to the left-hand speed flow lane. The fire's gone out again over here. We're going to wait. No impressive smoke rings from this one. Sounds fine. He'll roll it up. Only $7.99 dial in. And this seasoned veteran of DYO competition over here in the right-hand lane. Unfortunately, won't do it again this year. As he gets a red light. And that Tirana rolls through on an 8-0. Beautiful time for a $7.99 dial in. Gary's Commodore over here. That's $7.85 dial in. Left lane, the Falcon's got the 819. He leaves first. The win goes to the Ford. Here he is. Here's Leo. Give him a big cheer. Come on, guys. Give him a clap. Leo's out here fundraising. Good on him. He's done the whole weekend. He will continue to do it in costume as Leo Wanker. We may need to put him out at some stage because he is on fire. He gets the win light this time.
All right, guys, so that's 3 rounds of the Dial Your Own. So the entrants now that have got through for that DYO, they are able to buy back in. We are going to get that sorted out. We've just done the pairings for our shootout. So the next races that you will see will be our shootout round 1. I think we did end up with 7 cars. So I think somebody did end up with the Joker card. I think somebody else, Kai Knight, was just looking after that for me. But we're just going to give the track here a quick tickle. It's just a nice little hand spray for the first 20 odd feet. That'll keep the boys out of trouble. But the next bit of racing, guys, it won't be the DYO. This is the first round of our shootout. We do have, I think there is $3,600 for the winner. In cash, winner takes all.
big thanks to all the sponsors that have helped up that prize pool on the buy-in race. But without events, or without sponsors for these events, they just don't go ahead. So make sure that you have a look at all the signs, the flags that you see out here. Support those businesses after this weekend or during the weekend, whenever you can. Support those businesses and make sure you support the sponsors of all racing so we can keep these events happening. And we see a bit of prize money going out there. So $3,600 in this buy-in race. We'll have to see if we can find Kai as well. Maybe we can get Kai up here to tell us who's in. If we've done the card draw. All right, we're about ready to run. And we're going to have the buy-in race. Who have we got, Kai?
Well, first up, we got Brian Ward here. That'll be the first pairing. So 2 tough combos there. Then behind that, we got Robbie Armstrong up against Basile in the super tough, I think it's a VEVF, whatever it is. Yep. Behind that, we got Biffin, probably the underdog of the class with a little aspirated against all these boosted combos, up against Paul Merry. And then the luckiest man in the house is Brad Hill, who got the bye. So it's, I think he'll be super happy to get that. So,
mate, I reckon he will. So $3,600 on offer here. We'll see who goes through.
And there's not many cars to, there's only a few rounds, so anybody's a shot at it. So we'll see how we go.
Good stuff, mate. Thanks for helping out. Putting this on. Let's talk it up, he says. Talk it up. Get excited. Cheer these boys on. They're going to give us a show. Let's see what we can do. What are they going to run down? Rat Bag over here in the left-hand lane. Simon O'Carroll in his streeter. The Sunday driver, also known as Grizzly Adams. Occasionally known as Jim's from Jim's Pools. I'll put him in the groove here. I reckon we might see Simon in this left-hand lane point those wheels up a little bit as he leaves the line. All right. Heads up. Ready for the lights. Simon nudges in. Gets a good start. He's into it. That left lane looks good. Simon O'Carroll makes it look good. Makes it look real good. We've got that tough VF over here in that left-hand lane. Robbie Armstrong. Another Tirana. And over here in the right. He never likes to lift. We'll see how it goes. He's got both bulbs on. Got to get it up on boost. Bump it in, bump it in! Oh! It was a hard one, Robbie, on the red light. He left him hanging. PSI Prem. Over here in the left-hand lane, speed flow lane. And we've got the 6 second HK. Or the 9 second quarter. Naturally aspirated. on the right. All the boost over in the left. $3,600 going to be to the winner of these rounds. Ball's left the line, looking good. Paul Mary, PSI Prem, will get that win. Looked really good. He looked good going down there. Going to be a hard contender to beat. Here we go. We'll roll this one through with that wild card. Gets the joker and the bye and a free roll through into the next round. Will he test it though? He's going to try and launch. He's got to be ready. .653, 100 mile an hour.
All right, guys, so we've just completed the round one of our shootout, brought to us 247 Fleet Maintenance, Matty Wadley. We've also got Dullies have chipped in $500 as well. Scooter March from SFM has kicked in a couple $250, I think it was. And I'm still for the life of me trying to think of the others because I've got a bad memory. MBM Detailing, Moreton Bay Detailing chipped in a couple $100 for the shootout as well. And there is Daniel Hookham, I think, tipped in 500 as well for the shootout. So, guys, round one, done the boys down here. What we're currently about to do is now you can buy back in for our DYO. We've knocked them down quickly to 11 cars. These guys are about to receive a peg. The peg represents one life. You can buy back in. Give me back that peg. If you want to buy back in, it better have $20 attached to it to go to our second place. And these guys are about to get a peg from Carl.
As we go back to the dial-ins, Andrew in this tonner is on a 715 dial-in. The VK on a 621. As we wait for those times to go in. The times are in. We're ready to grumble. He's sticking with that same method. Get out of the groove, he says. He's going to move to the side in the tonner. Looking for a little bit more stick. Both lights are on. Red light, right. Wind goes to the left. So a red light over on the right. He may get a chance to buy in. If he's got his $20, he now has a peg to buy back in. We've got a 767 dial in. The HK wagon in the left. 780 over in the right. Pretty close race. Lights will be just off. Looking close. Hard to pick from this end. Kevy's through again. He gets the win light in the left. They still have an opportunity to buy back in. We could have all the same pairings in the next round. They all buy back in. Let's wait and see. Maybe they've had enough. Maybe they didn't bring their $20. 670 dial in for the Valiant wagon. An 819 over here in the right-hand lane for the Ford. Nice get a good take off on the green. And the Valiant will chase him down and get that win light. the Tirana over here, the 740 dial in, 7.0. In the left lane, right lane, 740. Both on green. Those hazards flash. And the right lane gets the win light. Here's Leo in the right on cue. Right hand lane. Nicole over in the left on that 690 dial in. Leo on the 710. Leo's gotten too excited. He's gone looking for the fire early. And he's got a red light. Someone might have to spot Leo $20 to buy back in. You can do that by donating to his fundraiser for the Living Charity. You can find a link to that on the Addictive Events Facebook page. Or over in the live stream somewhere. Tyler put it up earlier. I'm not sure if he's back up there. He may not be able to put it back up again. We'll throw it in the description. And straight back up. If you're in that, dial your own. Come back up. We'll do those buy-ins. If you want to buy back in, get round here into the lanes as we draw in for another round. Mate, first day you had to replace the starter?
Yeah, they didn't ever get off the trailer. We went to start it, it ripped the front end off it. And then went to Repco, bought another one and put in there, and the gear didn't mesh in with the flex plate, so, which I already had. The third one, yeah, so the flex plate screwed. So, yeah, and then we had no fans. Then the battery was fucked.
Okay. Mate, you put a heck of a lot of. I thought you'd just done the one change on the starter, but no, you're on the 3. Mate. Yeah, mate. You've just PB'd as well today. So. Oh, because you just went too quick. Red lit there, that's right, sorry. Yeah, I should know. I'm watching these races. I forget what happened 2 seconds ago. I can't remember a whole race ago.
So thanks for Tucker. He built it, so it's going really good. So,
happy with it. That's good to see, mate.
Yeah, and of course I got Paul PST. You know, he's always there. He'd be bloody lifeblood.
Yeah, mate, that is good. It's all. That's what it's all about. Leo, you had to buy in.
Yeah, I did. You know my favourite colour's red. I'm on fire, and I don't like cherries, but I just got one then. Congratulations to Nicole.
Well, let's hope he can keep it going. I don't know, Kevy. I don't think I've seen this wagon do this many rounds in the DYO before. Just shout out there if Scott's sitting around somewhere watching.
No comment.
Good on you.
All right, so this is our second round. We've had the guys that had to buy back in that lost, like old Mr. Wanker. Didn't have a good... Doing a great job out here, Leo is raising money for living, guys. Jump on our Facebook page, give us a donation, and look out. Leo's back up against no balls again to see if he gets whooped again. So, all right, guys, jump in your car. Let's get it ripping again.
740 over here for the LX. Dial in, right hand lane. As we just wait for them to pop the dial-ins in. 715, Andrew Long. He'll continue. Just pop it out of that groove a little bit. Try and get those big tyres on the back of that tonner to hook up. Tirana just nudging up. Both bulbs are on now. Gets a good light. Gives us a flash. And he will get the win. He will get the win. Righto. Go on, Leo. Another big call out. Big cheer for Leo. Let's cheer him on. Yeah. The right on cue. Can we see him go through? He's lost his peg. We need him to win this one to continue. But he's up against the big block foul. No red light this time. How's that time? 7-1. And as he ran a 7:04, he's gone too quick. He's raced off to the fire. Unfortunately, that'll be the end of the night for Leo. But a good effort. The Valiant will come through for another run after that win light. It's too good a pass in the right on HQ. Both on green. Left lane, Tirana for the win. Nicole and Kevy lining up now. Nicole will have to chase the wagon down. 690 on a 787, 767 dial in. They're staged. Got a good line again. Reaction seems good. Nicole chasing him down. No, she won't, but she does still have a peg. She can buy back in. And Kevy also still holds onto a peg. Ford versus Holden. 620 on a 780. Commodore can't quite make it there. Ford will get that win light.
All right, guys, so we are going to run one more round of the Dial Your Own. We'll see who's got a peg left. The idea of the peg, guys, is so we know that you did have an extra life. So we will go and find out who's got a peg left. We will take $20 off the guys that lost in that round in their peg. And I reckon we'll be down to like 8 cars now. We'll see how we go. We'll run probably one more round of this Dial Your Own. Then we've still got 4 cars left in the heads-up shootout for the $3,600. All we're waiting on is Paul Mary. Needs to make his way around the lanes. I reckon he's got about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes to be back around. We'll draw these, we'll get this done, and then we will run. If he's not here in the lanes, then obviously he can't draw a lane, he can't draw a racer, so therefore he will forfeit his spot. So Paul Mary, I'm sure you can hear us. And I'm sure you'd appreciate a little bit of, here he comes as I speak of the devil. Coming down the back now. So we'll one more round of the Dial Your Own. Guys, just as a bit of a thing for our entrance that went on your drive today, when you got to your checkpoint, you would have got our sponsor slip. You also would have got a stubby cooler. That stubby cooler is numbered. Please make sure you do bring that to tonight's presentation. At tonight's presentation, that number on the bottom of that cooler, so long as you can present that cooler within about 5 seconds, we'll win you some great prizes that we've had donated to us for tonight's raffle. So the entrance, you should have your cooler numbered. It is a Aussie Chlorinators stubby cooler. So make sure you bring that with you to tonight's raffle that we'll hold up the top there once we get up here in a few rounds' time. There should be plenty of refreshments up there for our crew and drivers that have completed so far. We'll be up shortly once we knock this over, and we'll get a bit of a presentation, bit of dinner going, Like I say, here he comes. Paul Mary has come down the lanes. He must have been itching in the back pocket, realising he might be missing out on some cash. So he's raced down here quickly. All right, guys, we'll just go and draw some, get some more balls ready to draw for our Dial Your Own, and we'll be back with the next round shortly. 7 left by the looks of things for our Dial Your Own shootout. So, guys, when we do have the odd number, we do have the unlucky number 13 ball in there. It's actually quite lucky. It will give you the buy run. So you can obviously only get one buy as we're going through. And like I say, I think we've got 7 competitors left. We'll get them out of their cars and we'll get our draw underway for lanes.
The LX dialed in on a 740. The Val on a 670. He gives it a good skid. We roll it back. .670 dial in. He's going to have to chase down the 740. Not quite a second in it. Trying to, he'll give those lights a flash. I think the wagon's going to get there. No. No, he won't. Tirana gets the win light. Ford versus Holden. I think we've still got a couple of pegs in these guys. And there's a red light. Not the start he wanted. That won't do it for him. Kevy will take that win and hang on to that peg for another round. A bit of a weight here off the line. So 799. Dial in the right for 621. Waiting to stage. Got a good start. Can he chase him down? Yes, he will. Yes, he will. He stays in. He did buy back in for that, so he gets another go. There's a change of competition. Our 4 cars left to run in the shootout. We're about to come up again. Kai's going to let us know who's running who.
So we're down to 4 cars, so it's going to be a quick one. So we're going to have first up, we're going to have O'Carroll versus Hall. And then probably the feature, we're going to have Merry versus Basile. I hope I'm not butchering his name, but anyway. Which that'll be a quick one. So yeah.
That's the VF.
Yeah, VF versus Paul Merry. So in PSI Prem. So that'll be both those cars have both run low 5s here, even just last round. So that'll be a race. Yeah.
All right. Let's see this bit of action. Carol in the right-hand lane. Right hand, I am looking the right way. Hall in the left. This is heads up. Heads up racing. Both bulbs are on over in the left. Simon comes up, chugs in with that big supercharged. Oh, slippery as. He can't get traction. But he will get the light. He'll get the win. He drove that down there, that run. That's for sure. Now, you're impressed by that run. Let's see what we got here. Very, very quick pair of cars. Gonna have a run now. I saw Ricky give the signal to give it a bit more. He wanted a bit more rubber as he puts him into the groove. Got the VF over in the left lane. PSI Prem here on the right. It gets him in that groove. All right. We're on boost. Seal for the win, left lane. We'll have a final of that one very shortly, but in between we'll go back to the DYO challenge now, and we'll see what these guys run as they come around to have one of the final rounds of this, and we'll match it up. We'll see the both finals together very shortly as well. I hope you're enjoying the racing, and sitting up on the hill here, watching on the grounds, or whether you're watching in the live stream. Hope you're enjoying it. So we see the draw over here with the matchup. We've got 6 still to go. 6 in.
6 in. And we've got a couple of people left with pegs. So we'll knock them off pretty quick now.
We have Nicole in the left lane. That big bow wagon over in the right. We wait for the dial ends to go in. We've got that 670 and a 690. So not too much difference in the light in this one. 670 on a 690. Got to bring the wagon back. Nicole's in, she's ready. Right lane. Eases on up. Just slowly pop it in there. We're ready to go. Both on green. And the wagon through again. Another win light for the Valiant. Seven. 9-9 on the right-hand lane for the Tirana. LC, LJ, LC. LX in the left lane on that 740. Close looking race, but I think left lane's got it, and he does. Win right to the left. There's going to be a big chase on here as well. Right lane still holds the peg. coming down quick. There goes that peg. He'll have to give that one up. $20 buy-in now for Kevy as that win goes to the left-hand lane.
One little buy back in now, and we still have one with a peg, and we've got 4 entrants left. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now. Left for the your own. We have sorted out the two going to go in the shootout, which is Balsy, I think you say, how you say it, I'm not too sure. And Simon O'Carroll, I think. Simon O'Carroll made it through. Yeah, awesome. Right, so they'll be in the final of our shootout. Pretty sure it's $3,600 on the line. They will be the last pairing down for tonight. We're just going to get through. There'll be probably 2 more rounds, or 2 more rounds at least of this Dial Your Own. We'll get that knocked out, and then we'll kick up the top there, and we'll start serving up dinner. So we'll get these 2 done, and we'll be back underway shortly. Draw for some lanes, get it done, and like I say, it won't be too long, and we'll be up there having a beer. There better be some left, boys, by the time I get up there.
Oh, the LX Tirana still got his peg. He's still got a bite. The $670 in with the $740 in. Tirana's going to leave first. Can he hang on to that peg for another round? Certainly a good-looking wagon, that Valiant. And sounding tough as he lines up. Get into second stage. Time to race. Like the Tirana will keep that peg. He's got another chance. He must be feeling pretty good now. Goes through for the win, hangs onto the peg. I think that should nearly guarantee him the spot, right? We'll have to adjudicate on how that goes. Oh no. Kevy's out. Left lane for the win. So we'll see the Commodore pair up against the Tirana, but the Tirana's got the peg. He wins, right? Oh. How was that? It's a Commodore and Tirana, and we got a Commodore and Tirana in the big main event as well. Simon's getting himself a new Facebook profile picture. Taking photos of the car, Simon, or just selfies? Hold it up, mate. So we'll see the boys out shortly for that final. There has been a negotiation take place in the shootout buy-in final. $3,600 in the prize pool, but they've had a negotiation. They will give the runner-up $1,000, $2,600 to the winner. So they've negotiated that between themselves. So whoever wins the $3,600 has agreed to give $1,000 of it over to the runner-up. So they both take home some cash tonight. They might slip a 50 over to Leo Wanker and his fundraising charity for living.
All right, guys, so we are down to 2 to run in our Aussie Chlorinators DYO challenge. We do have the guy in the Tirana that does still actually have his peg. So if he does, he basically got 2 shots at it. If he happens to lose in this round up against Kev, then that means he can buy back in for $20 and they will do it all over again. So if Kev loses the white VK Commodore, if he loses in this round, it's over. Tirana gets it. But if the Tirana happens to lose, he can come back around because he's still got his peg, buy back in for $20 and have another shot at it. So we will wait and see. So we are going to run the DYO potential final. It could potentially not be a final. We'll have to wait and see. We'll run it. And then I think we'll see what the result is of that. And then we'll get our 2 shootout guys up ready to get that done. And then we'll be up the top.
All right, so we might have the final that we have when we're not having a final. We're waiting for him. Waiting for Kevy. Coming back round. Kevin Brown to the lanes. Roll on round. So how does it feel? You've got all the way through to a potential final with your peg.
Pretty good. See how we go.
Well, the thing is, if you lose this one, well, you can buy back in.
Yeah, at least get 2 cracks at it.
Mate, pressure's off a little bit, so you've gotten this far. Just do the same thing again. Here he is. Here we go. The draw behind us there, Brad. Got the right lane. No need to shut it down. You can keep going. He's going to, might try and, he's got the fan, try and cool something down. Oh, this is the fast cool down. Lucky it's a nice cool night. Got to be ready to back it up. Run again. He's strapping in. Pressure's on. Are we putting the pressure on here, Kev? You need a bigger fan.
All right, guys, so I just found out that apparently there's a little deal that's been done between Kev Brown and Toby Howard. Apparently the deal is that if Kev gets up, Toby's going to go pants down the strip. That's the call. So Toby's a bit worried about it. It's a little bit chilly, he said. So he's actually he's barracking for his mate to lose. Wants to keep his duds on. But yeah, that's the deal. Deal's a deal. We've locked it in. And all right, guys, this may be the final. Like I say, Kev Brown in the white VK Commodore. He does not have a peg left. However, our good mate in the LX Tirana he's going to be in the right-hand lane. Still has a peg left. So if he loses, he's back again. So like I say, Toby's sweating here. Toby does not want his mate Kev to win anymore. Otherwise, it's pants down the strip. We'll even leave the lights on a little longer just to see that.
Is it the full 1/8?
Yeah, we'll make him go the 8th. It's an 8th mile trip too, isn't it, Toby? Toby, the 8th mile trip, pants down 8th mile. Is that what it was? Too cold. He's crying. Too cold. All right, guys. Here we go. This could be the final. Like I say, Tirana gets up, he wins. If Kev gets up, then they're back again. And Toby is jumping up and down for the Tirana to get the win now. All right, guys, pre-stage. Here we go. Like I say, Tirana gets up. It's over. Let's make it. Here we go. Oh, Tirana gets up. She's done. She's over. Oh, God, Toby's down here praying on his knees. Thanks, God, he did not want to do a run. All right, guys, we're about to get our shootout, guys, underway. This will be the final of our shootout. I say 3,600 up on the up for grabs. Winner take all. We do also have $3,000 to our winner. I don't know the guy's name in Tirana, but I will certainly find out. For our Dial Your Own competition, $3,000 courtesy of Aussie Chlorinators, Jill and Glenn Parsons from Aussie Chlorinators put that up. Been supporting us now for about 5 years, I believe. Thereabouts. 5? Yeah, maybe about 5 or 6 years. Our Aussie Chlorinators have been supporting this Dial Your Own on the Saturday night. And like I say, we're one race down and we'll be coming up top. This will be our final race for the night. and we'll make our way up. We'll get some dinner underway very, very shortly as soon as we get this done. And Toby goes off, thank his lucky prayers. I think he let some air out of Kev's tyres, but we won't tell Kev that. All right, guys, here comes our final up, guys. Let's make this happen, and we'll all go and have a cold refreshment.
They're just buckling up, getting ready to run this final now. $3,600, $2,600 to the winner, $1,000 to the runner-up. They have negotiated that. So we'll see. We'll see who will take the bigger chunk. The last race of the night. Before we go and enjoy a bit of food and drink, some prizes up on the hill, and then we come back and do it all again tomorrow. Commodore in the right lane. The Tirana here in the left. We just saw a Tirana win that last race. Will another one do it? We saw Simon drive it pretty hard in that last run he had here. Get it down. He was all over the track, steering it all the way. But he's certainly not afraid of doing that. Commodore's ready to go. Some big power in that right lane. Simon rolls in. He's looking for it. Where's that spot? The Ratbag surges. Surges into place. Ready to light those first bulbs. And he's going to steer it down again. This has got it. Oh, the Commodore. 556. 129 mile an hour. He'll take it. Well done. Well done, guys. As for the guys on the live stream, thank you for being there, watching throughout the day. It's been a big day here. We've had a great time. We'll come back and we'll do it all again tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss out on the action. And we'll see you here in the morning. Enjoy. And we'll see you here again tomorrow. Thank you. Stay in that right lane.